Happy marriages can be happier, and shaky marriages can mend. Specific insight and custom codes work. Fix love now. It's the Marriage Code Podcast.
Welcome to another episode. I'm Craig Williams. I'm sitting in to co-host this great series of podcasts that the Ndus have, and feel honored to have the First Lady, Belinda, but we're going to stop at Belinda and let her introduce herself, full name. And let's start with your original name before you met Mr. Ndu.
Yes. Thank you so much, actually, for this opportunity, Craig. It's always a pleasure to do any type of work with you. It's an honor. So my first name is Belinda, again, and my name before I got married to Obi was Sanders, so Belinda Sanders.
Wow. So middle name was what?
Denise.
Denise.
Yes.
Belinda Denise Sanders.
Yes.
So we could be related. I've got Sanders in my family as well.
Really?
They're on the Mississippi coast. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Gulfport.
Wow.
Yeah. Gulfport and Biloxi area. So Sanders,
Wow.
Yeah. So that's a small world. Anyway, we're all connected anyways. So tell me a little bit about yourself as far as growing up, siblings, your birth order.
Yeah, I was the youngest of 3 siblings. And,
Baby.
That's right.
Gotcha. Go ahead.
Yeah, the youngest of 3 siblings. And, I'm a single parent home. I mean, I had access to my dad, but didn't really have him in my life the way I felt like I needed, But I was grateful to have, was surrounded by a lot of boy cousins and that provided a certain level of protection for my sister and I, as well as our older brother.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you have an older brother, sister in the middle.
Yes.
And you the baby sister.
Yes.
Gotcha. How was that?
Well, my sister teased me a lot. She would say, our family was perfect before you came on. And of course, this was my dad who was around, and of course, I was the baby.
Wow.
So I remember all that.
Yeah.
She would say, Daddy's name is Willie. Willie's name is Willie, which is my oldest brother. Daddy's name is Willie.
Gotcha.
Mommy's name is Barbara, and my name is Barbara, and your name is Belinda.
Oh.
Adopted.
Wow.
So
that was
story.
cruel.
And so for a while, that kind of damaged me.
Wow.
I actually had to, have a conversation with her when I was about 25 years old. Like, hey.
And what's the age difference again?
We're like 2 years apart.
2 years. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not too far.
No, it's not too far, but it was enough for me to be traumatized. Yeah.
And you grew up where? I mean, what's part of the country?
Florida. Yeah, we grew up actually in Sanford, Florida, and we went to school in Lake Mary. My mom at least had enough in her, although she grew up as a foster child.
Wow.
Her mom died very early, and it broke up her and her siblings. And my mom is actually writing a book on her life because it's absolutely amazing.
Wow.
How she was able to turn it around. And all she knew was God. All she knew was prayer to get her through.
Very spiritual woman, huh?
And so she knew that she did not want us to have the experiences as a child that she had.
Yeah.
So she prayed a lot over us, and she kept us very, very close.
So this part of Florida, I'm not as familiar. Is it inland, or is it near water? You said lake something,
Yeah,
so there was some.
Lake Mary. It is about, I would say it's about 30 minutes from Daytona Beach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's about 30 minutes from
Did you enjoy being from Florida?
I actually love Florida. It's just, I love how welcoming it is, and people are really very nice, or they were when I was growing up there. It's a lot different now. And it's my roots. It's where I'm from. My foundation. I loved it.
You took a lot from the environment, huh?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Recently, just, we thought we were American people, but we just recently found out that we're 94% African. Yeah, we're part of the Mali Empire, and as well as the Bantu and the Cameroons.
The Bantu, that sounds familiar. I don't think that came out of the husband's conversation.
No,
but
it did not.
that's another one. There's many tribes, huh?
Yeah.
But one humanity, right?
Yes,
right.
absolutely.
So growing up, it didn't seem like, since you had older brother and older sister, that you had to grow up fast, because you had the luxury of being the youngest, right?
Yeah.
So you got to be the baby all your life. So when did it kick in that the responsibility needed to play a part in, your aging process?
I don't That's a great question. I don't think I have like a line of demarcation in my life to where I just said, okay, and it's time for me to grow up. I've always been very responsible. Like my mom did a great job of making sure that I had to do my part all the time. So,
and you got to watch two examples, your older siblings too.
Right. And then I would say, okay, here we go. This was a defining moment in my life. My siblings were, I can't remember exactly, but it was the first time when my parents had to make the decision that, again, my dad was around a little bit, but not full time, had to make the decision to only get the baby something for Christmas. And I think I was maybe 5 years old, and that, I was like, no, like, I don't want it. Please don't do that. If we can all have something, I don't want it either.
Wow, you had the presence of mind to be inclusive with the family in that separation. Right. That's wisdom. That sounds like a great gift because, usually the baby wants what it wants. Hey, well, I hate it for you. Since I'm the adopted one, throw that back in your bigger sister's face. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's compassion.
To stick together.
Wow. And what age was that?
I was 5.
5. Grace. Wow. Age of grace. Tell me something else you think you've held on to coming into adulthood. I mean, we're not going to talk about what the union is. That episode's coming up, but what the union produced, but that contribution to your adulthood, being the baby, being so responsible at a young age, and being so, I'd say, merciful with the abuse that your sister gave you, to not take that gift and want to, not have that favorite type of energy going on, because a lot of that happens in families.
It does. It does. And I just never felt that showed kindness.
Yeah.
And my mom really focused a lot on kindness and care, and my mom was like, I always had like the missionary heart, and we would always have at least one person staying with us for a temporary period of time. And she was always helping someone, like a single mom with all her kids, or just a single mom, or just children who were runaways, and if they ran away from foster care and they had nowhere to stay, they would come stay with us.
Wow.
So we've always had that in our home, that my mom was that type of person. So she definitely passed that on to us.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Teenage years. Tell me about those.
Okay, teenage years. Well, I was kind of hidden, I would say. My sister was always the really, really popular one. And so I felt like as a young girl, I needed her. And she graduated before me, and when she graduated, I felt like I was completely lost because I was literally in her shadow. Yeah. My mom, unfortunately, didn't have the time to do the things with me that she did with my sister. So I would kind of just go to her practices. I mean, I did ballet, and I was on the dance team, and for a while, but my mom, unfortunately, couldn't sustain that, and because my sister had been in her programs for so long. Yeah. I kind of just had to follow her and just be there with her. But I unfortunately wasn't old enough to participate with her programs. But so she left and graduated and went to college, and I did not want to be there because she was my everything. She was my older sister. Yeah. So I needed to. I then transferred to college too, and I started taking college courses early. Wow! So I was able to finish early, and
so she inspired you. What about your brother's relationship?
My brother was lost because my dad again wasn't there, and my brother was chasing the life and finding himself. So he was so misplaced that my mom couldn't. She couldn't relate to him because she's not a man. Yeah. So he went through a lot, and still to this day he's paying for it, unfortunately. Yeah. But, we do what we can to help him out. Yeah. He never got on drugs, but he did get. He had a rough life.
Distracted. He's distracted. Yeah. Wow. Before marriage, I mean, was that something that you played for, or did you know that you were going to be married one day, or was that something that's a far-fetched idea?
Yeah, it wasn't wasn't one of those things like, oh, my dream is to be married. I just knew it would happen. But before it happened, I just felt like there was something I needed to do as a young adult. So all I knew was, okay, I got to go to college somewhere.
Wow.
So that's when I went to New Jersey, and I went to school there. And it was interesting that I always felt like there was this feeling inside of me like I have superpowers. I don't know, that's why I tell my kids all the time, like, you guys, I know you feel like you're superheroes, right? You feel like that because my husband is so funny when we compare notes about our past. We both feel like we had superpowers. It's but we just felt like there was something that we needed to do. Yeah. And then I felt like at my young adult life, I got a closer relationship with God. Because I grew up in a church, and it just didn't feel like it was real. I felt like there was a lot of pretentiousness happening. And then once I got into my own and I became an adult, I was like, I can't live life without his presence, or without some sort of direction from him, because I grew up in the church and I knew that was real. But
based on what you saw your mom. So you saw your mom, that was one thing, living, and then there was this other place that you went to called church. Yeah. And you experienced something different. Understood.
So I needed to, so I went on a search to where I studied different religions and different things like that, but I knew that I was searching for a deeper meaning, and I felt like I found that with Christ, and I was able to develop a closer relationship with him. And that's when I then began, I said, I need to develop myself. I really literally started doing things and classes and courses to develop myself as a person. Yeah, being very intentional with those deposits in you. You had that presence of mind to do that. That's beautiful. Wow. Well, thank you, Belinda. I'm looking forward to getting into a conversation with both of you and hearing what that's gonna bring. As we already see, it's brought a beautiful family, and we'll dig a little deeper to see, if that's just a presentation, or did you really learn from those experiences of that dichotomy of what you experienced watching your mom be, and not so much just in the church, but the world. A lot of times we're in that space called home, and that safe place, but everywhere outside of that safe place really is part of how we're formed as adults. And I think that's beautiful that you were conscious enough that you needed to go get that forming out there in the world, and before you involve someone else in that story. It's interesting, like how my life, remember I told you that I felt like I was a superhero as a child. Like, I have magic powers, but I can't tell anybody. So anyway, as an adult, it matured into, I know that I have a purpose on this world. Wow. So it matured into like, there is something that I needed to do and needed to be. But I would look around and I would see my family, and most of them were struggling with poverty, and they were struggling with other things. That I'm like, that's not me. It cannot be my life. So when I say that, the transitions and the things that I went through, it literally was to build me up to be the type of woman that could manage the type of marriage that I have. And it was a lot. Well, I mean, I think you tapped into your superpower, and that superpower is purpose. The power of purpose. So thanks for sharing once again. You're welcome. Thank you.
Marriages need lifelong learning. Visit www.covenantmarriageacademy.com. Learn, see, and grow in marital bliss. We have video help, counseling appointments available, and more. The Ndus have solutions specifically for you. Fix love now.